Hi everybody, Nick Albright here, the Humble Realtor located in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm here today as part of the documentation of my journey on my plan to buy an island in 9 years. This is the second home I purchased when starting out in real estate. It was 4 beds, 2.5 baths, and I bought it in 2008. Now this one I paid just over $100,000 for. It was in Peevely, Missouri. It was a newer build and I got it in foreclosure. So because I got it in foreclosure, I thought I got a great deal. All I did was painted the new modern colors, I upgraded the appliances, and I put in a new backsplash. Because I got it in foreclosure, my plan was just to sell it for what the original buyer paid for it. Now unfortunately, 2008 was the start of the market crash and I didn't anticipate what was yet to come. Right after I bought that home, a ton of homes came up for sale that were all foreclosures and short sales, all under $100,000, some of them bigger, nicer, and newer than my home. And because of that, I ended up having to live there for 5 years just to break even. I found out later a friend of mine who started just after the market crash, who was able to buy in all of these foreclosures, actually became hugely successful. Had I just stuck to my plan and waited it out, I would have been able to pick right back up where I left off, but I didn't quite believe in myself yet. Now there are 2 things I learned from this. The first being, had I really investigated the area, found out the past history of sales, and if there were other foreclosures, maybe I could have seen that there was a chance more foreclosures happened, and I would have picked an area more stable. The second thing I learned was not to give up on your dreams. Midway through those 5 years, I had felt I failed. And I decided I needed to take a different route to get to my dreams. So I went back to school. I got a bachelor's in business and associates in graphic design. And I do think all education is important because it enlightens you, but it also put me $40,000 in debt, which was a lot more difficult to climb out of to start up again. Now all of this was before I had my realtor's license and before I had learned about debt to income ratio. Debt to income ratio involves debt that you have to pay every month, things like car loans, student loans, credit cards, house payments, permanent debt that you can't just get rid of. It's not something like a cell phone or utilities. Having that $40,000 in student loans and $400 added to my debt to income ratio really set me behind. But it was a big learning lesson on how not to rush things, not to get in over your head, really do your research, and exercise patience. In my opinion, patience is a big factor in real estate. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm just 6 subscribers away. I should reach that 100 goal this week, and I'll be doing the raffle shortly thereafter. If you have already subscribed, please comment your name below. That way I know who to include in that raffle. Thanks for the support, and have a good evening, everyone.